Their Majesties invite before them Baron Alfred of Chester and Baroness Mari Ingen VIII.
Your Excellencies, you asked something from us this morning.
We did.
We did. And we would like to continue with that boon this evening by asking you to elevate the order of Pelican, Forrester, Dietrich von Hamburg, and the ladyship, Evzenie, Apolena, Vitkovic.
Their Majesties summon their most noble order of the Pelican.
This is why I skipped the meetings. Noble ladies and lords, is it your opinion that Evzenie and Dietrich is worthy of elevation in the order of Pelican?
Aye, Your Majesties. Their Majesties invite before them the Honorable Lady Evzenie, Apolena, Vitkovic, and Forrester Dietrich von Hamburg.
Cower before evil Dietrich, an archer of such prowess he can make arrows spontaneously appear stuck into the back of targets he's shooting at. And Evzenie, a librarian so fearsome that she is not only a bossy piece of toast, but she eats catalogers for breakfast.
Is there a royal peer who will attest to Evzenie and Dietrich's nobility?
I would, Your Majesties. Good gentles, I am here to speak to two people that I have known since before I entered this world. I will speak to them individually as best I may, but you may know that they come together as a force in one of the truest partnerships I have ever known. Evzenie is a wise, intelligent woman who is also an artist and a creative. However, with her intelligence and wisdom, she does not make others feel less than. With her creativity, she does not recluse herself, even though she sees things differently. She is someone who can manage others, know what they are going to fail to do, and be nice about it. And that is amazing, particularly as we learn over 30 years that sometimes you have to step out. And yes, she did know exactly what she was doing when she came back, but over the last 10 years as they have rejoined us, no one said, oh, she made me feel like I didn't know. She made me feel like I was supported because she did know. And to me, that is incredibly special, unique to her almost, and what I find to be true nobility. Dietrich, on the other hand, equally as intelligent and strong of opinion, but what I respect about him the most is that he finds a way to be himself in all situations. If he does not want to be there, he does not let you make him be there and then suffer for it. And I say this because in the Midwest we do this too often, and especially I think as a strong man who could do all of those things, if it is going to impact him and his family in some type of way, he doesn't do it. And that is true leadership because he is thinking of those he has professed to love. He is thinking of his children, he is thinking of his wife, and you know with him that they come first. And there was opportunities many times to rise above others, but they would have been in conflict with his true values. And to stand here today and see them elevated in exactly the way that they should be, honored together forever with most of people who have known them for 30 years, is a true testament to the kind of leaders that they are. And I am so honored to be speaking for them, and I commend them to your majesties, and maybe the 16 people here who don't know them. Thank you.
Is there a member of the Order of the Chivalry who will attest to Evzenie and Dietrich's courtesy and chivalry?
I will,
Your Majesty. I am Sir Shoshino, Knight of the Society, Master of the Pelican. I remember these two as armored fighters, who some of you may not even be aware of. And even if you're aware of it, many of you may not have seen it. They came in a unit called the Phalanx. And as with so many things, they appeared together. I wish to talk on different chivalric virtues for each one of them dating from those days. Dietrich, you took the field as an armored fighter a great many times at my side, and you always exhibited all the prowess you could. You worked hard at that skill, and then you shifted to your skill in another martial art, archery. Prowess retained, prowess delivered. You're a man of great prowess, whatever field you have ever stood on. I am very proud to have stood beside you and have you demonstrated that prowess on the armored combat field, and I fear ever standing in front of your bow. Evzenie. You came through the Phalanx. You wanted to be a knight more than anything else. I recognized that a long time ago.
I've never seen it happen.
Things happen.
Okay. 22 years.
Rest his soul. Sir Robert is your knight. Not on this plane anymore. But I thought it really appropriate that I bring his name up during this moment. Or if you were, perhaps he should be the one you're speaking today. You may not have reached the knighthood society, but Evzenie, you're a knight to me.
Is there a companion of the world who will attest to Evzenie and Dietrich's skill in the arts and sciences?
I, Master John Inchingham the Fool, shall speak of the artistry of Dietrich and Evzenie. I could take the easy way out and speak of Dietrich's archery, or Evzenie's pottery, or sewing, or cooking, because she is a woman of many arts and skills. Instead, I shall talk about the art of service. And by that I mean that individual service is important in the society and generally rewarded with a purple thread. Great individual service with a dragon's heart. But Pelican-level service requires getting other people to do a thing with you. To lead, in other words. And these two are true leaders. I don't have time to take apart all the elements of leadership and how they exhibit them, so I'll concentrate on just two. Nobody doubts their competence. Anyone who's worked with them knows that they are supremely competent. And nobody doubts that they have respect for the people that work with them, that they honor the opinions of those, even those people that might disagree with them. Instead, let's talk about commitment. I watched Evzenie be an event steward maybe a dozen times. Mari and I lived in the province of Sea for 7 years, and even after we left, we'd come to visit on event days. We stay at their house. We had first row seats of watching Evzenie do her job. She was always one of the first to arrive on site, almost always the last to leave. There was no doubt who was in charge. The buck stopped with Evzenie. Dietrich, I also watched work many times, most recently at Benzin, where he was Kingdom Archery Marshal, as we all know, and responsible for the archery field and put in long hours. But more than that, the unsung labor of Benzin was he was there during Peace Week, and he was instrumental in setting up the Midlands Canada. Moreover, I was told, secretly, because Dietrich would never have said it, that down the road was an eastern camp, a camp of eastern rapier fighters called the Shark Pit. And they had arrived short-handed, as many camps did, 2 women. And Dietrich came and set up their camp as well, with him. But he came and set up their camp. And I wouldn't even have known about it except Natalia Tattleduck told me he was a good man. To which I agree. The last thing I will talk about with leadership is perspective. It was Dietrich and Evzenie who first taught Mari and I the mantra, "This is my hobby. I do it for fun." Even when it's a lot of work. This is my hobby. I do it for fun. Woo! And then they put that those words into reality. When they reached the point where their children were not having fun in the SCA, they took a break. Even though they were high on our list, even though they put off this day for at least 10 years, they put their family first. I have a great deal of respect for them. I always teach that mantra in my class, and I taught today, looking good, with theatrics of fencing in the SCA, to which I add the Latin phrase, sed ludus solum est. It is just a game. These two know that it's just a game, and yet they commit themselves to hard work and leadership. I welcome them to the flock, and I look forward to playing with them in the big sandbox.
Is there a master of fence who speak with Evzenie and Dietrich's courage and honor?
Courage, Your Majesty. I am Master Gwyn Vitkovic. It's my first time doing this, so please forgive me. Turns out, I know Evzenie and Dietrich's dogs. Well, before I knew Evzenie and Dietrich, they told me their names. Many times. Many events. And I went, ooh, puppies. Hello, what's your name again? It's hard to measure service. It does not come in an artisanal glass with a mark on the rim, telling you when one's service is about to overflow. And yet we all feel it. The feelings themselves are hard to quantify and hard to express. So how do you know? You know because you feel when your heart is full. Evzenie and Dietrich are part of the Midlands. They're the heart of Ayrton. To quiet wave her smiles. They're there. Tirelessly cultivating the very earth of the barony of Ayrton was new. They have grown as a place for its welcome, its kindness. Maya Angelou said, people will forget what you said. Forget what you did. You'll never forget how you made them feel. How you guys make me feel. You're a member of the populace who will speak on Evzenie and Dietrich's behalf.
I will. I am Reimar Erickson. I have known Dietrich and Evzenie since, I believe, my third event, where I saw them serving. I have watched them serve in many roles at many events since then. Their service inspires the service of others. They have set an example that I have watched others try to follow and that I have also tried to follow. Watching them also delegate so that others may serve for them, so that all tasks they have taken on will get done. That ability to see that others can assist in their service and allow others to also serve has been a wonderful thing to watch. I've watched them both give up their time so that others could participate. I've watched Dietrich, and I don't know how many different ranges throughout the years, serve as a marshal and not shoot, not even bring his gear, knowing that doing so would allow others to enjoy the day. they encouraged me to become an archery marshal so that I could follow suit, so that I could serve and allow others to enjoy the game. And that service has just constantly inspired other service. Thank you.
Now, ladies and lords, is it your opinion that Evzenie and Dietrich are worthy of elevation into our most noble order of health?
Aye!
All these people are still here for you. Hey, Dietrich, right mind, the service, your service to society, responsible for years. We are resolved to create mistress and master of the village. Which creature will nourish your young and necessary with the blood from her own breast, and therefore has been chosen as the most appropriate service to our society. Therefore, will you, Evzenie, give us your word to continue to fulfill the requirements set forth in the governance of this order, as you most surely have.
We appreciate your labor's noble education, talents, and commitment to the station, and seek to disseminate your talents and abilities throughout the society.
Do you promise to trade any dependence you may have to serve?
Is there a medallion?
There's
Don't cheat.
Okay. All right.
Let's see this one. There's Midlands.
We took part in the Midlands based off constellations, legacy medallions, and group of Pelicans decided that was something that we love and enjoy. We don't have medallions for our own purpose. That medallion is originally given for
So, our hands the symbol of appreciation and total our esteem. We are proudly and humbly recognize your service as we can acknowledge it in this day. And then,
the Earth Legacy Center, it is, there will be, it was
I can't say I'm
and then
not
Andreas,
however,
and
this is
then
a certain level.
Dietrich, and then Sadie.
Are there no vacants? Where are these hoods? Where are these hoods of maintenance as a symbol of your service?
Dietrich von Hamburg, trusty and well-beloved, delivered to us at the 16th of this instant upon the Tuesday of September 1867, as by grace of heaven, and our crowned dragon sovereigns of the kingdom to all greetings. It has come to our attention the generous and chivalrous nature of our subject, Dietrich, and wish to commend faithful service. Thus do we call forth the ancient and venerable order of the Pelican, and proclaim from this day forward and forevermore shall the walls of the order contain his name.
We present to you your newest Pelican.
For Evzenie and Dietrich, newest master and mistress and masters of the Pelican, Drago!